Good morning and welcome to News Story, the Normalita Radio 91.1 FM, your number one development radio station. I am Rosemary Mwabasi Ibeibu. The headlines. Emergency responders prevent disaster after 30,000-liter fuel tanker crashes in Owerri. Governor Uzodinma to honor Imo student gold medal success at International STEM Olympiad. Rescued Orire pupils, teachers regain recovery as Makinde visits hospital. Iran's supreme leader vows revenge for father's killing. England, Argentina reach World Cup semi-finals after dramatic quarter-final victories. Now the news and details. Emergency responders in Imo State have successfully averted what could have been a major disaster after a 30,000-liter fuel tanker carrying petroleum motor spirit (PMS) crashed on Weather Road in Owerri. The tanker reportedly lost control in the early hours of Saturday after the driver swerved to avoid a pedestrian. The vehicle overturned on the busy road, raising fears of a possible fire outbreak or explosion because of its highly inflammable cargo. Officials of the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, the Imo State Fire Service, and other emergency responders were immediately deployed to the scene. They rescued the area and began careful transloading of the petrol into another tanker to eliminate the risk of an explosion and facilitate the safe removal of the damaged vehicle. Security personnel restricting movement around the scene as emergency workers carried out the recovery operation, while motorists were advised to avoid Weather Road and use alternative routes through MCC Road and Cherubin Junction to ease traffic and ensure public safety. As of Saturday evening, emergency officials remained on site, monitoring the situation and working to restore normal traffic after the completion of the operation. The state government has ordered immediate security reinforcement and repairs at the state secondary school for the DWAF following report exposing the poor condition of the institution. The directive was issued on Saturday by the Imo State Ministry of Primary and Secondary Education after investigation revealed structural decay, a damaged perimeter fence, inadequate security, and incidents that allegedly exposed students to danger. The ministry apologized for the situation and directed relevant authorities to strengthen security around the school while urgent repairs begin on the damaged facility. It assured parents and stakeholders of the government's commitment to providing a safe and conducive learning environment for students with special needs. Still on education, Governor Hope Uzodinma has announced plans to honor outstanding students Imo students who represented Nigeria at the 2026 International Science, Technology, Engineering and Mathematics STEM Olympiad following their impressive performance at the global competition. The governor, who made the announcement on Saturday, commended the students for bringing pride to Imo State, the southeastern Nigeria, through their achievement on the international stage. The students qualified for the global contest after emerging victorious at the 2026 Southeast STEM Mathematics Olympiad, which attracted more than 11,500 participants from across the region. They went on to represent Nigeria at the International STEM Olympiad Grand Finale held in Rome, Italy from July 2nd to July 8th, where competitors from more than 150 countries participated. At the competition, Chindebube Onwubiko won a gold medal in mathematics, Don Anele Munachimso clinched gold in science, while Egejurum Onyedikachi secured gold in the primary mathematics category, helping Nigeria emerge as one of the top performing countries at the event. Ozadima described the students' success as a proud moment for Imo State, saying it reflects the enormous potentials of the state's young people. He said they would be formally honored by the government in recognition of their achievement and expressed hope that their success would inspire more students to pursue excellence in science, technology, and innovation. In another development, the Labour Party's House of Representative candidate for Owerri Federal Constituency in 2023 general election, Dr. Betty Anyanwu Akeredolu, has called for the comprehensive redevelopment of the historic Orie Obibi market in Owerri North local government area of Imo State. In a development proposal released on Saturday, Anyanwu Akeredolu said the market requires urgent modernization to improve sanitation, security, and commercial activities. She proposed the construction of modern stores, improved drainage systems, installation of solar powered lighting, adequate waste disposal facilities, and enhanced security infrastructure. According to her, transforming the market into a modern commercial center would improve the trading environment, boost local businesses, and preserve the market's historical significance for future generations. Away from Imo, the victims of the Orire school kidnapping have begun receiving medical care and psychological support following their rescue, with Oyo State Governor Sheyi Makinde visiting them on Saturday at the Nigerian Army 2 Division Medical Center in Ibadan. Makinde, accompanied by a senior Nigerian Army medical officer, Brigadier General Moses Azuru, met with the rescued pupils, teachers, and other victims to assess their condition and reassure them of government's commitment to their recovery. The visit comes less than 24 hours after security operatives rescued the victims during a coordinated operation involving the Nigerian Army, the Department of State Service, DSS, the Nigerian Police Force, and other security agencies. The operation ended nearly 2 months of captivity for the victims and led to the arrest of 8 suspected kidnappers, while several others were reportedly neutralized. The victims were abducted on May 15th after armed men invaded 3 schools in Ahoro Esiele and Yawota community of Orire local government area, kidnapping dozens of pupils, teachers, and school workers. The incident triggered widespread concern and renewed calls for improved security around schools. During the period of captivity, one of the abducted teachers, Michael Oyedoku, was reportedly killed by the kidnappers, while the remaining victims were held in remote forest hideouts. Security agencies said the rescue operation was intelligence-driven and was carried out without the payment of ransom. Reacting to the rescue, presidential candidate of the National Democratic Congress, Peter Obi, has described the rescue of the students and their teachers as worthy of thanksgiving. In a statement on his X handle, Obi said he was relieved and delighted by the news of the rescue. President Bola Tinubu has approved the upgrade of the Federal Polytechnic Nasarawa to the Federal University of Mining, Engineering and Technology in a move aimed at strengthening technical education and advancing Nigeria's solid mineral sector. The approval followed a proposal by Senator Ahmed Wadada Aliyu, who represents Nasarawa Senatorial District, in the constitution to a specialist university, citing Nasarawa State's vast mineral deposits and the need to train professionals capable of driving growth in the mining and engineering industries. According to the presidency, the new university will serve as a center of excellence, specialized training, research, research and innovation in mining, engineering, and technology, expected to produce highly skilled graduates while supporting the federal government's efforts to diversify the economy and unlock full potentials of Nigeria's solid mineral sector. The presidency said the upgrade aligns with President Tinubu's renewed hope agenda, with prioritizing expanding access to quality tertiary education, building technical capacity, and promoting industrial development through investment in science, technology, and innovation. You're listening to the news on Amalicha Radio 91.1 FM. I'm Rosemary Uwabasi Bibu. More when we come back. Don't go nowhere.
When news breaks, Amalicha 91.1 breaks in.
I admit the decision will impose extra burden on the masses of our people. I feel your pain.
Reliable.
I disagree with them. What they're actually preaching is the problem of Nigeria. The problem of Nigeria is accepting wrongdoing, accepting what is unacceptable. That is using God's name in vain.
And accurate.
I had the opportunity to speak with the president on the issues of security and insecurity in Imo State.
Listen to Amalicha News 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. Saturday and Sunday for the latest local and international news on Amalicha 91.1 Owerri.
All these institutions, we need to reform. They need putting overhauling and the reformation.
Amalicha News, news you can trust.
Welcome back. You're still listening to the news on Amalicha Radio 91.1 FM Owerri. I'm Rosemary Mwabase Ibibu. On the international scene, Iran's leader Ayatollah Mojtaba Khamenei has vowed to avenge the killing of his father and predecessor Ayatollah Ali Khamenei in his first public statement since assuming office. According to Iranian state media, Mojtaba Khamenei described revenge as both a national demand and a divine mission, saying those responsible will be held accountable. He also said that free people around the world would support Iran's pursuit of justice. The statement came just hours after U.S. President Donald Trump warned Iran against any attempt to target him, raising fears of further escalation between the two countries. The exchange follows renewed tensions despite recent diplomatic effort and a fragile ceasefire. Mojtaba Khamenei has remained largely out of public view since succeeding his father in March, making this written message his first major public intervention as Iran's supreme leader. And on sports, England and Argentina have booked their places in the semi-finals of the 2026 FIFA World Cup after hard-fought victories, with their quarter-final matches played yesterday, July 11th. England defeated Norway 2-1 after extra time in a thrilling encounter at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Norway took the lead through address, but Jude Bellingham scored twice to complete the comeback and send the Three Lions into their first World Cup semi-final since 2018. Erling Haaland was kept off the score sheet with one of his goals ruled out following a foul in the build-up. In the days other quarter-final defending champions Argentina overcame Switzerland 3-1 after extra time at Kansas City Stadium. Alexis Mac Allister gave Argentina an early lead before Dan Doyo equalized for Switzerland. After the Swiss were reduced to 10 men following Bril Embolo's second yellow card, Julian Alvarez restored Argentina's lead in extra time before Lautaro Martinez sealed victory with a late third goal. The result set up a mouth-watering semi-final clash between England and Argentina, while France will face Spain in the other last four fixtures after both sides secured victories in their respective quarterfinals early in the tournament. Czech youngster Linda Noskova has won her first Wimbledon title, defeating fellow Czech Karolina Muchova 6-2, 5-7, 6-3 in a dramatic women's single final. The 21-year-old missed five championship points before recovering to seal victory in the first all-Czech Wimbledon final. The triumph also marks her maiden Grand Slam title. An emotional Noskova dedicated the victory to her late mother, who died 2 years ago on the eve of Wimbledon, thanking her family for their support. The win makes Noskova the third Czech woman in the last 4 years to lift the Wimbledon single title. She also takes home €3.6 million in prize money and will raise to a career high world number 7 in the latest ranking. That's the news on Omalicha Radio. If you do have an eyewitness report or wish to make inquiries, to reach out to our news desk at Omalicha Radio 91.1 FM via calls to 090-306-70799. Thank you for listening. I am Rosemary Umobasu Ibebu. Good morning.
For effective advertising, event